How you going to listen to a man above God? You know he appeared to you. Don't do that. That grieves him. When he came to you, he is your shepherd. Your pastor or any other fivefold ministry gift, they are under Jesus. They are not above him. Their words should not be held above Jesus. They should be held under Jesus. They can say, David Taylor don't preach the word. Yes, I do. I'm preaching it right now, and I preach it boldly. You want to know what they mad about? They're mad because I don't play no games with them. See, this 21st century church, they play games. What kind of games? They play religious political games. You got to be in that religious political circle to be on their platforms. I don't lick tail and I don't tap dance for nobody. Do you hear me? I said I don't lick tail. A lot of them lick tail to stay in a relationship and to get in the door just to be accepted. That's why they can't preach the unadulterated word. That's why they can't stand like this. Because they're afraid when they lose the doors, they'll lose the connection, they'll lose the people, the support, the money, and their ministries go down and they lose all the money. That's the whole reason why you need honor that comes from God only. Because when the favor man run out, they will close every door and you won't have no support. And that's why ministries go down. But you see how many people have forsaken me and I'm still alive. Not only that, but prosperous. More millions of dollars have come into my ministry during COVID than the whole history of my ministry. Why? Because God sustains this ministry. I've been on my knees for 2 years. Haven't went out to preach nowhere. And millions of dollars are still coming in. More than I've ever seen in the history of my ministry. Because I have the honor that comes from God only. I don't operate on the favor of man. And not even the realm of just the favor of God. There is a higher thing than the favor of God. It's called the honor that comes from God only. Jesus mentioned this in John. When you have God with you only, you have the power of one. God can do what he wants to do at any time because you're in agreement with him. And I want to say thank you for all of the people that are watching me now, that you've been faithful. You've been through persecution with your families. They've tried to turn you against this ministry because all the stuff they saw online. And I understand this generation. They believe anything that's out there online. They have no integrity. And even if I was wrong, it is still wrong to talk against a man of God. How you going to follow people like that? Number one, they're liars. How you believe anything out there on social media? You don't know these people. Just because they saying God is exposing. It's the prophetic. No, that's pathetic. Can you imagine Jesus having a ministry in this generation? Do you think he would be on YouTube saying I'm a prophet and I'm called to expose all of you? He wouldn't be doing that. You know that ain't Jesus. Why would you follow people like that? They are liars. Stop following that stuff. You're going to be judged. If you judge, you will be judged. And I'm trying to teach you, you can't live like that. If you live by judging others, God going to judge you. If you live by exposing others, God going to expose you. Whatever mercy you show, it's going to boomerang back to you. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall what? Obtain mercy. He says, judge not, lest you be what? Judge. This is a two-edged sword. Whatever you preach comes back to you. It's coming to you, so be careful. You know you're not perfect. You know you ain't perfect. You know you've made mistakes. Do not get out here and act like you're holy, because that same word is going to boomerang. It's a two-edged sword. It's going to cut you. And believe me, you need a lot of mercy. That's for you need to give it. You need a lot of love. That's why you need to give it. And Jesus, the main one who had no sin, was willing to walk in mercy and love and not judge nobody. Who are you who was born in sin? Who are we? We are nothing. Lift your hands right now. This was one of the main things the Lord began to speak to me. in this generation. He says you must warn them that a lot of Christians are going to hell because they are judging others. YouTube and Facebook and this freedom people got to get out here and say anything, it's going to take them to hell.